Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to RM Hive, a Reader's Magnet featured author interview. My name is Kiora, and I'm your host for today's session. Today's guest is an expert in philanthropy who guides individuals on how to give wisely and effectively. She draws on examples from top donors, social entrepreneurs, and nonprofit professionals exploring key areas such as education, health, arts, and international aid. She offers practical advice on evaluating charities and making informed choices that align with your values. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome the author of the book, Giving is Not Just for the Very Rich, a how to guide for giving and philanthropy, Dr. Susan Aurelia Gitelson. Hello, Dr. Gitelson.
Hello, thank you for that wonderful introduction.
You're very much welcome. How are you?
I am very happy to think of meeting people, even if it's only on
Virtual.
Virtual, whatever, who have probably been asking, how can I do more with my life? We all have problems, and everyone wants to complain. I don't like to complain so much, but I like to think of solutions, of positive ways of living and interacting with other people so that everyone can feel better. Why not?
Yes, exactly. Instead of complaining, probably try to think of something else that you can do better, right? Okay. Now let's dig in. Let's go ahead and start this. Okay, the book is called Giving is Not Just for the Very Rich, right? Can you tell us more about this book?
Right. Well, every day we read about the billionaires who hopefully are giving money away. And this shouldn't turn off us ordinary people, because each person can give to others in ways that will enhance the life choices, the opportunities for others. And as a result, we will feel better. It's really wonderful. Instead of, we read about people who are so dispirited and life is so difficult, and then they take drugs and they do all kinds of terrible things, and some even commit suicide. Horrible. No, there's no need to go through such terrible things. Just say, how can I help somebody? My family, my neighbors, in the neighborhood, the homeless, whatever it is. The moment you start thinking about others and how we can solve their problems, it's amazing, but you feel better about yourself. So this is why I wrote the book and why I'm encouraging people to give many different ways, but to give to others, think about others.
All right. I like that you're emphasizing that there are a lot of ways on what you can give and how to give and what to give, right? Now let's circle on the word giving. Okay. Can you share a personal story of a time when your giving made a difference in someone else's life?
Oh, you know what? My passion is to set up awards and to interact with people who win the awards, because very often people do things. They say, well, I want to do something. I wish I could do something, whatever. And then they do something, and then we can encourage them just by saying, look what you've done. For example, I set up an award for human rights at the Columbia Law School. Now, I didn't go to the law school, but I have 3 Columbia degrees. And I talk with people, and I do informal research, as it were, to find out how are people helping others? What are they doing? And then bring this to the attention of the deans and the presses and everything else, so that they can choose. So we have a little contest who is most effective in helping other people. And then it gives ideas to the award winners and to everybody else about what they might do. And it's amazing because a number of the student winners have gone on to become the top scholars in the field of human rights. And they care so much, and they've been recognized, and it gives them an incentive to continue doing good things. We read about all the robbers and they who steal from others and all that. Well, they feel encouraged to keep on doing their thing. But unfortunately, that's not the way to improve the world. And the people who look around and find ways to help others, they are really making constructive gifts to society, but they're also becoming happier themselves.
All right. It's so interesting, to hear from you that a single simple act of giving can make a lot of difference. The only thing that you need to do is just simply to act on it, do it, right? Now, what are some of the most creative ways you think individuals can engage in philanthropy beyond the traditional monetary donations?
Well, the easiest way is to look around in your own family, your own neighborhood. What are the things that really should be done, could be done?
Mm-hmm.
And how can you encourage them? And how can you get other people together so that you are a positive force within the small area of your family, but also within the community, and working with the homeless, and just concentrating on how to help other people, and forget about yourself and all your problems.
Yeah, I agree. It isn't just about giving money, but it's assessing where you can provide something, right? And what to provide, right? Assessing what exactly their needs are, right?
Yeah, you'll be very good at this business. Everyone can join us, really.
Yes, why not? Let's go ahead and rally. There's nothing wrong with giving,
Right.
right?
And that's
It. Go ahead.
No, it's just that you don't have to be asked to give. It's something
Exactly.
when you can't sleep at night and you say, wait a sec, my friend down the street, oh my God, if she doesn't get some help soon, what's going to happen to her? You know what? I think I'll call a few friends and let's figure out what we can do to help somebody else. I mean, it's something that has its own propulsion, and the more you do for others, the better they are, but also the better you are.
Also, I would say, Dr. Gitelson, if the act of giving comes with expecting something in return, that basically wouldn't make you feel, better, or wouldn't make you feel good at all, right? If you're always expecting something in return. But if the act of giving is very genuine because you really just want to help people, then that's, more than an accomplishment. You're living your life, right?
Well spoken. You seem to have a real feeling for this. When we read about the billionaires who give a lot of money in certain directions, but they also expect their names to be all over the place and lots of recognition and all that. And it's very nice and commendable and everything else. But you know what? It's even more important for people who give genuinely from the heart, who are really concerned with others. And this applies to everyone. That's part of the reason of having an easy to use book that will help people. You say, what can I do? Well, what are you most interested in? Um, what's what's happening in your school, in your religious organization, in in various programs that you are part of, that you know about, and so forth. It's amazing. The moment you start thinking in positive directions, you can't stop. And then you say, "Oh, I want to do more. I want to do more, but I can't afford it." Well, then you talk to others. You know, don't depend only upon yourself to give, to establish programs. Always combine with others and
Exactly.
find what they're interested in. And very often they're very, very helpful in these joint programs.
Yeah, I agree. Um, you should not limit yourself to what you can give. If we combine all forces, then the more that the act of giving becomes more impactful, right?
Of course.
Now, let's talk about causes, right? Because a lot of people, a lot of organizations, right, do need help. Now, what strategies do you use to identify and connect with causes that resonate with you?
Well, there's something else that we have to consider, and that is the scams.
Hmm.
There are a lot of people who go around and say, "Oh, I need help, please help me," and then it turns out that they want to help for themselves and they want to keep the money and so forth. I mean, it's really terrible. So in the book, I have a list of the main watchdog agencies. You can, you know, if you care about this, and I hope everyone does, then you can do research and
Hmm.
figure out the best strategies to use, the best organizations that suit you and others like you, but are genuine. So there's Charity Navigator, Better Business Bureau, GuideStar, great nonprofits, the independent sector, and so on. The Council on Foreign Foundation. So there really are a lot of organizations, professional organizations, that can really help to guide. So that uh, I just suffered a scam. Ooh. Unfortunately, apparently there are many scams, and we innocents, want to be helpful to someone, and then we find out later that this isn't quite on the level, and it's very upsetting to say the least. But that doesn't mean we have to stop giving. We just have to be more careful and
Yes.
check things out. And anytime you say to me, "Okay, you're making all these good suggestions. Where can I go?" Well, here's a whole list of official organizations, the whole staff and everything, and they can help you. And why
Right.
not? Because the more you get into it, as I have, I mean, I started at the age of 9.
Oh,
So, well, because
very
I'm
young.
a father who encouraged me. But what happens if you don't have a father or mother who encourages you? Uh, well, you encourage yourself, and you talk with friends and your teachers and organizations. And then you find things that you can do that are really useful and that give you satisfaction that you're contributing to others. It's a whole process, and believe me, it's a lifelong. I've been doing this forever. Uh, you too can start or continue and influence people and have them join you, and then you can have a good time together.
I wonder how you juggle all these things, right? Because for sure, this isn't just the only thing that you do. But I believe if it's something that's so dear to you, right, you wouldn't mind the task on hand, right? Because as long as you know that someone receives help and someone is, you're helping someone else, then that makes you have a better sleep at night because you know you were able to help someone. Okay. Right. Now, I do have one more question. Say, for example, Dr. Gittleson, you are to design a philanthropic competition. What creative challenges would you introduce to encourage participants to think outside of the box while supporting their chosen causes?
Well, you look fairly young, but you have very thoughtful ideas. And that's what it's all about. Um, the more you get into doing something constructive, instead of sitting back and complaining or saying, oh, the world doesn't treat me right. That's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
No, the world will treat you right if you try to treat others well. And it's a marvelous process. As I say, I've been doing it my whole life. Of course, I'm a little more than 9 years old now, but it's a whole process, and it's so rewarding. And then people say, "Oh, you're such a positive person," and sometimes they want to publish my articles and do everything because you're so positive. And I don't know, it's natural, comes natural to me, and I've taught myself not to complain if at all possible, and to listen. Oh, it's so important to listen to others and try to understand what they need, what they're looking for, and then try to figure out ways that you can help them. I just feel I'm getting younger all the time because I keep finding things to do and people to encourage, and it's a wonderful process. It's a positive way to live, and everyone can do it.
Yeah. I love that you're emphasizing the act of listening. And it isn't just, listening, but there's a purpose of listening. You need to listen to understand. So you would know exactly what their needs are. And in that way, your help will be more impactful to them. Right?
You're terrific.
Okay.
You too can live forever like I am because there's just so much to do.
Yeah. Dr. Gitelson, let's play some games. We call this or that. Okay, so here's how it'll work. I will present you two contrasting options. Example, coffee or tea. And then your task is to choose one of the options and share a brief explanation of your choice. Game?
If you insist.
Yes. All right. Let's do this. Okay, first, we have giving money or giving time?
Both.
Both.
Right. I don't think we have to choose. We have to add on. And again, the whole trick is to listen. What do people need? What do they want? And what do we have that can help them? Whether it's time or money or introductions or whatever it is. We should never cut ourselves off from others. But again, the main thing is to start and listen to what people are saying. And are there ways to make their lives easier, more pleasant, more fulfilling?
I love that. All right, next. Supporting local charities or international aid?
Again, these are not choices or necessary choices.
Both.
No, it's very important to look around you and to help people in your own vicinity, people you know. But it's also important to be aware of what's going on in the world. And then, especially unfortunately, a time like this where there are many, many, many problems and wars and everything going on, what can we do? If anything, what can we do to help others and to be constructive and to get through the crises that we unfortunately have to get through?
All right. Last one. Philanthropy through social media campaigns or traditional fundraisers?
Again, why have to make choices? No, I've lived a little longer than you have. And there's so many ways that one can be constructive and help others. So it's never either or. It's let's do both. Let's but find
Yes.
what's appropriate for a certain
Yes.
situation.
Why are we limiting ourselves with these options if we can do everything?
Well, no. Often we can't do everything.
Yes. All
That would
right.
be ridiculous to ask too much of ourselves or others. But
Mhm.
again, the brain, let's analyze what's going on,
Mhm.
what could be done, and what we can do that would be useful in the right direction.
All right. And be cautious.
Well, why not?
Exactly. All right, Dr. Gittleson, thank you so much for your time. I'm having a blast with this interview. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to give you the floor. Please do promote your book and your website. Go ahead.
The book is Giving is Not Just for the Very Rich, a how-to guide for giving and philanthropy. And it's available at Amazon, at Barnes & Noble, at ReadersMagnet, at many bookstores. Just look for them. And if they're not, if you can't find them immediately, then ask for them. Let's get what is really good. There are places where you can get gossip magazines and who knows what, murder mysteries and so forth. But let's encourage people to get positive views of the world that can help others.
All right. And please share your website.
Um, Susan Gitelson, there it is on the screen.
It's
Susan Aurelia Gitelson.com.
www.susanaurelia.gitelson.com. All right.
And why Aurelia?
Yeah.
Do you know where does Aurelia come from?
There. It's susanaurelia.gitelson.com. Can the team please flash the website again? There you go. www.susanaurelia.gitelson.com.
Well done.
All right. Again, Dr. Gittleson, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure having you here on set. Again, Susan Gittleson, the author of the book Giving is Not Just for the Very Rich, available on Amazon and all other channels. All right, Dr. Gittleson, thank you so much. Any parting words for our viewers?
Thank you for your interest. And let's see what you come up with. The whole idea is not my ideas, but your ideas. It's a process. And when you listen to other people and say, oh, that's such a good approach. Oh, I want to try it too. Then we're really doing something.
All right. That's very insightful. Thank you so much. And everyone, thank you so much for watching us live. Please do follow, like, and subscribe our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And as we say here in Reader's Magnet, we share your story with the world. Have a great day, everyone.
Cheerio.